Hi everyone, good day. So today it will be more interesting, no? Kasi nga we will be discussing about the adoption process. Ayan, which is part of agricultural extension and communication. Okay? So again, this is your Sir Jel, nagbabalik. Ayan. Talaga nagbabalik si Sir because we'll still be sharing more about my about this review session. Okay? So adoption process is part of agricultural extension and communication, which is also, lumalabas sa exam 'yan. 100% lumalabas 'yan, 'no? Hindi po absent si adoption process, 'no, sa board exam. Lagi po 'yang present. Laging andiyan si adoption process, no? If you do not know about adoption process, there might be possible na mga questions na technical questions or problem-solving questions that you cannot answer because the question is referring to adoption process. Okay? So, when we talk about adoption process, what comes in your mind? Okay, sir, adoption like tulad ng mga DSWD, mag-a-adapt ka ng bata. Yes, somehow, it looks like that. No, the function is somehow related to that, but in minor terms, no? Pero may iba kasing functions or may iba talagang purpose sa adoption process. Okay, so we are now targeting the extension communication. No, paano ba 'yon? Ng mga farmers ina-adapt yung technology mo? How they're going to make decision making? 'Yon, ang pinaka-importante sa farmers, decision making, and then they're going to accept or reject your technology. So we will talk also about the innovativeness, okay, of the technology. Okay, so without much further ado, again, annyeonghaseyo. Let us proceed to our discussion. Okay, adaption. So let's start first with the terminologies which is very important in the adaption process, which is the adaption, the term adaption, and innovative. Okay, so let's start first with the adaption. When we talk about adaption, it is the decision. Adoption is a decision to make full use, maging efficient, no, of an innovation as the best course of actions available. What do you mean best course of actions available? If whatever your resources is, yan, you are going to make use of yours or full make use of your resources in order to for you to make decision. Okay? So, bago ka magawa ng decision, dapat you are efficiently using your resources. Oh, naghingi ka ng mga opinion sa iba, ideas na is it talaga effective na gamitin 'yan? Totoo bang pampaganda talaga 'yan? Ayun. Totoo bang effective sa farm 'yan? Ganun. So, it's either, no, the rejection is a decision not to adopt an innovation. So, it's either the farmers will going to accept it, 'yan. Accept or practice or reject a particular innovation. Okay? If they're going to reject it, meanings there is no adoption of an innovation. Kasi sa una pa lang, no, sa unang ginagawa pa lang ng mga farmers, no, pag nakita nila, ay, ayoko yan, they don't have the interest. Okay? They don't have the interest. And then in the trial way, in the trial and error, no, nagkakaroon na ng negativity. So, the farmers will not adapt to that. So, ang nangyari ngayon is that um, nagkakaroon ng rejections. Okay? So dapat, if you will be the resource speaker, be sure that what you are talking about is credible. It is true and honest. Okay? Next, it is the decision to make full use of technology. Ayan, to the best option possible. No? To the best option hanggang ano ba yung mas magandang options yung gawin mo, no? So pwedeng gawin nyo as long as, no, you use it and you are going to make it a decision, no, correctly. Okay? Kasi nga kung ano yung magiging decision mo, yun din or mangyayari doon or mangyayari sa resulta ng iyong sa result ng iyong gagawin or maging decision. Okay? Always remember that the process of adoption by which a person is exposed to, no? Exposed to. That's why yung iba, na magtatanong talaga na kung may mga experience, ano nga ba yung side effect niyan? Ganun pala yung side effect nito, ha? So, ganyan. So, that is exposing. Okay? And we have evaluates, no? What is evaluates? Okay? So, they are going to evaluate it if, no? Yung isang technology ba is, no, good for adoption or not. Yon. Sige, that's why mag-accept sila. O mag-accept sila, they are going to practice it, no? Pag i-accept na nila yung isang technology, no, they are going to adapt and practice the technology. Kung i-reject nila, no, ang particular innovation, so walang mangyayaring adoption. Okay? Next, number two terms, which is very important, is innovation. When you talk about the innovation, it talks about a new. Remember that the word is new. Pag sinabing innovation, new. new technology, new idea, new practice, that can be applied in the farm, no? It can be applied by a person, no? Persist by a person. Pag nagustuhan ng tao yan, pagkaroon ng interest yung tao dyan. So, dyan siya magfo-focus, no? Kasi nga, that's an innovation technology. Okay? Innovative technology. Next is the characteristics of an innovation that determine its adoption. So, there are characteristics of an innovation that will determine its adoption. Paano nga ba? O ano nga ba yon? Okay? Number one is relative advantage. Actually, we talk about this in economics already, which is the comparative advantage. Ano nga ba yung comparative ng Philippines sa ibang bansa when it comes to farming system? No? Mas advantage yung ibang bansa. Kasi nga, they are up to date when it comes to technology. However, here in the Philippines, okay, hindi naman sa pinapa-offend because I'm still in the Philippines, okay? So, we are outdated. Kasi yung mga farmers natin natili pa rin sa traditional way na magtanim ay di biro, maghapong nakayuko. So, yun. So, maghapon nakayuko. So, ngayon yung farmer is nandun pa rin pagtatanim. Right? So, however, yung ibang bansa, no, they are using technology. No, madaling matapos ang trabaho, madaling maka-harvest, no? And they are making good profit or good yield and they are now using it or exposing it in a large scale. Now, talking about relative advantage, so yun po ang comparative advantage sa economics. Yun. Here in relative advantage, we are talking about extension. How the degree to which a farmer recognizes an innovation as better than idea or practice he or she is currently practicing. Kasi mga farmers, no, we know that the farmers have its own traditional beliefs. Tama, di ba? Ngayon, dapat yung innovation mo, yung practice or yung technology mo is hindi masyadong magkalayo doon sa pinapractice ng farmer. Okay? So that they can apply it. Okay? So that's why if you're going to be a resource speaker of a specific technology, be sure that being a resource speaker is credible, honest and true, and then you already have a proof na eto talaga sir, eto talaga effective talaga to, pampawala ng apids. Yun. So, ibig sabihin, no, na-try mo na talaga, no, nangyari na sa in real life, no, yung ganong innovation. Okay? So, ang farmer ngayon mag-a-apply yan. So, magkakaroon ng awareness, no, interest, and then magta-trial and error ang farmers, no, magkakaroon ng evaluation if he or she will going to adopt or reject the innovation. Okay? Or technology. Next is compatibility. No? When you talk about compatibility, gaano ba ka-compatible? Yan. Parang charger lang din. Gaano ba compatible yung charger na to sa cellphone mo? Ganon. So, the compatibility, the degree to which a farmer perceives the innovation or new idea to be consistent with his socio-cultural values and beliefs and with previously introduced ideas and felt needs. Oh, ano nga ba yun? Pag sinabi mong compatibility, it talks about how the farmer perceives the innovation. Paano niya gagamitin? Ayun. Paano ba yung attraction ng farmers doon sa innovation na yan? Paano niya ba gamitin yung idea na yun at saka gaano siya ka-consistent? Kasi yung talagang hinahanap ng farmers, yung consistency ng isang innovation. Yun, ng isang technology. Tatagal ba siya? O yun. Kasi nga, siyempre gagastos sila, no? Tatagal ba siya or hindi? Okay? And also, they're also looking for the socio-cultural values and beliefs. Kung hindi ba maapektuhan yung beliefs nila o hindi ba maapektuhan yung socio-cultural values nila. So that's why it's compatibility. Okay? So huwag kayong magbibigay ng innovation ng new technologies na hindi compatible or related doon sa ginagawa ng farmers. Let's say, magpo-propose ka ngayon na about IT, about information technology, no, about ComSci. Do you think farmers can understand that? No. Why? Not all farmers are literate. Some of them are illiterate. They cannot read, they cannot write. No, that's why you need to uh you need to understand, no, you need to understand their situation and their conditions. You need to understand their conditions para malaman mo, no, kung paano makikipag-attract or magkaroon ng attraction which is with each other. Okay? So, we are now going to, yun na papasok yung complexity. Ano nga ba yung complexity? The degree to which a farmer can understand and follow an innovation. If ever, ganito. Now, you are going to propose an innovation or a technology to the farmers. No? Nakadepende kung paano intindihin ng farmers yon, no? And follow innovation. Kung mayroon kasi mga farmers na hindi na nakaka-follow sa mga instructions, no? Kaya nga 'di ba nagbibigay tayo ng training, nagbibigay tayo ng seminar sa mga bagong technology, no? Sa mga new technology or mga innovative technology, nagbibigay tayo ng training or seminars sa mga ganyan para, no? Mabigyan natin ng proper instruction. 'Yun. Ang mga farmers na ganito, ganito po yan, sir, ganito, ganito. Actually, sir, maganda po yan gamitin kasi para po yan sa, ano po yan, parang pataba po yan sa ating mga halaman. So, yun, pwede din yan, no, sabihin natin. That's why it talks about complexity. From the word itself, complexity, pinag-uusapan yung convergency or paano ba nagkakaroon ng understanding doon sa discussion sa innovation. Next is we have the trialability. Ano nga ba yung trialability? The degree to which an innovation can be experimented or duplicated on a small scale basis. Always remember, sa trialability, dalawang klase yan, no? Experimented in a small, lahat naman ng mga trialability ay ginagamitan ng small scale basis. Hindi pa siya in the large scale. Okay? So, small scale pa yan dinadaan kung ito ba ay effective or not. Now, and there are two types of triability actually. We have triability in unique ways. Example, yung mga bagong technology, no? Nag-experiment pa tayo, baka pwede pa siyang i-develop or improve, no? That is what we call triability in experimentation. Or, yun, kaya nga, di ba nga, pag nagre-research, nagde-defense tayo sa panel ng ating research or thesis, di ba, improve pa nila, ito yan, pwede mo yung improve yung objectives, dagdagan mo lang ganito yung title, pwede yung ganito na lang ang gawin mo lang ganyan. So, nagkakaroon na experimentation sa trial and error or trialability. Ano nga ba yung pangalawa na type ng isang trialability? Yung trialability na na-experience mo na siya na nangyayari dati, ngayon, itatry mo na naman siya ulit ngayon. Yun. Nagtatrial ka na naman kung applicable pa ba siya ngayon na gagamitin, na ginagamit. Yun. So, that is also a type of triability. Yung isa is experiment, ibig sabihin bago pa lang na nangyari sa buhay mo, gagamitin mo, bagong-bagong gagamitin mo, wala pang sino nakakagamit niyan. So that is experimented triability. And the other one is by the use of your experience. Ginamit ko yun dati. Pero i-try ko ngayon, baka magamit pa. Yun. So that is trialability. Okay, always remember, pag trialability, it talks about small scale. Hindi po yan pang large scale ang trialability. Small scale po talaga yan. Okay? Next, we have the observability. Ano nga ba yung observability? The degree to which the results of an innovation can easily be observed by the farmers. So, pag sinabing observability, dito mo malalaman kung ano magiging resulta ng iyong adaptation. Yun. Kasi or resulta ng trial and error. Ano nga ba yung resulta ng trial and error natin? Is it error or is it accepted? Yun. So, that is observability. They're going to observe. Kahit ikaw naman siguro, pag may taong manligaw sa'yo, ayan, pag may nangligaw sa'yo, mag-observe ka muna, maganda ba talaga ugali nito? O baka sa simula lang to? Ayan. So, dapat alamin mo, you're going to observe first. Huwag agad-agad na, ay, na-fall ako agad sa'yo. Na-slow mo ako. Ay! Huwag po ganon, ha? Dapat, no? Dapat mapagmatsyag po tayo, girls, no? Tayong mga girls. Charot. Ayan. So, yung mga girls, dapat mapagmatsyag tayo. Pag may nanliligaw, dapat alamin muna natin kung ano yung attitude. Kasi siya ang kasi siya yung pag example, let's say, naging jowa mo siya, tapos naging asawa mo siya, no? Pag nag-yes tayo pag nagpo-propose sa atin, always think twice or thrice, no? Kasi siya ang makakasama mo hanggang sa pagtanda, no? Dala-dala mo yung syempre, i-accept mo kanyang dark side, kung ano ba yung attitude niya. Understandable ba siya, no? Ilang taon na kayo nagsama, ilang taon na kayo nagjowa, understandable ba siya o hindi? Ganun yun. So, you need to be observable. Okay? Or observability. Ganun din ang farmers. Okay? Now, so those are the important terms that is under in the diffusion. Adoption. Now, in the adoption process, we will talk also about diffusion process. Parang, sir, parang nagsa-study tayo ulit ng cell. Yes, correct. Parang ganun din po yan. Okay? Ang adoption process. No? It talks also about diffusion process. How the information scattered. How the information distributed. No, that is diffusion process. Okay, let's now proceed to the definition of diffusion process. Diffusion process is defined as the spreading of information. Yun. Spreading, paano nga ba na distribute yung information? Kasi nga si Marites, maraming mga channel-channel. Yun. Maraming mga Marites and there are what we call channels. Okay? But there's only one source of that message. Okay? From a source to its intended or unintended receivers or users and the stages through which adoption passes. Oh, yun. And also, the diffusion process is a process by which an innovation is communicated through certain channels. Yan, pinag-usapan na natin yan sa communication, right? Over time among the members of a social system. Ibig sabihin, no? From the source, papunta sa channel, tapos papunta sa receiver. And there's a lot of things here. We have also the message here, and then we have here the coding, no? Pwede din ganyan. Okay? So, here, galing sa source, papunta sa channel. Example, may mga sabi-sabi na, hala, buntis si ano, ganyan, ganyan, ganyan. Tapos, magsisend na naman sa ibang marites, isang marites, isang marites, isang marites, isang marites, hanggang ma-receive yan ng sino yung pinag-uusapan ninyo. No? That will be come to the receiver. No? So, that is diffusion process. Paano na disseminate or nag-spread ang information. That's why, pag may mga secrets ka, beware, no, na yung pinagtataguan mo ng secrets ay mapagkakatiwalaan mo. Yun. Next, we have the stages in the adoption process before farmers adopt new technologies are namely, bago i-adapt ng farmers ang isang technology, dapat magkakaroon muna ng adoption process, no? May magkakaroon ng stages. Ano nga ba yung unang gagawin? First is awareness. O kahit ikaw naman siguro, pag resource speaker, if you want to be, kung gusto mo mabenta ang yung technology, you need to let the farmers aware of your technology. What are you going to do? Promote it. Advertisement sa TV, sa radyo, sa Facebook, social media. That is awareness. Okay? So, a stage when a person knows, no, nagkakaroon na ng idea, but still lacking yung details na yon. So, information about it. So, meron na silang, iyan pala yung pangalan ng product na yun. Yon. There's already an idea existing because you are putting idea sa mind ng isang farmers. But then, lacking information. Kaya, if they already know, meron palang ganyang produkto? So, okay, okay. So, ngayon, magtatanong na yung farmers, no, he or she will going to seek more factual information. Pag sabing factual information, totoo, no? It's a fact formation, totoo ano na nangyari, or totoong information regarding the product. So, ibig sabihin, the farmer is getting now an interest, no? Ang farmer, nagkakaroon na ng interest, okay. Ganun pala yan. So, nagkaka-interest na, at saka ano pa? Ano yung mga advantages niyan? Ano nga ba yung ano? So, maganda ba yan sa farm natin? So, ibig sabihin, yung farmers ngayon, alam mo yung taong laging nagtatanong, no? It means that they have interest on that specific topic. Okay? Nagkakaroon sila ng interest doon sa specific topic na yan. As to what it is and how to work and what its advantages are. No? Paano siya nangyayari, paano siya nagwo-work, at ano yung advantages niya. Number 3 is the evaluation. Ano nga ba ang evaluation? When an individual shows more interest, pag nagkaroon na ng interest, ando ng interest. Pag nagkaroon na ng interest yung tao, no, ini-evaluate niya na. Okay. In the mark interest in the idea as it applies to his farming operation and family. So, ano nga ba meron din sa evaluation? Doon niya nalalaman na, sige nga, i-try nga natin kung i-evaluate muna natin, i-try natin kung pwede ba siyang pang large scale. Syempre, what are you going to do now? To trial. Okay, so sa evaluation, ibig sabihin nagkakaroon na ng interest. There's already a past tense of interest, meaning the farmer has a idea. Ayun. Not just idea, but enough information, no, to do such thing, no? To use the technology. That's why i-evaluate niya na ngayon if it is applies sa farming operation niya. Now, anong gagawin mo ngayon? So, alam mo na, pwede ka itong i-apply natin. Try natin i-trial. No? Magta-trial muna tayo. In what way? In small scale. Always remember that. Pag trial, small scale. Hindi mo malalaman if nagkakaroon ng 100% compatibility doon sa iyong farming system. Pag 100% compatibility, syempre ang farmers will going to accept your technology. Pero pag nagkaroon ng error, it means the farmers will not gonna take it. Even if I'm going to be the farmers, I'm not gonna take it if the technology is error, or let's say 50%, no? Yan, 50% siya na nagkaroon ng good feedback, no, hindi pa rin yun para sa akin. For me, it's okay to have 70-30%, no? 30% error and 70% good feedback on the technology. That's give me, I can apply it to the large scale. Kasi pwede pa yung magbago. What if? Kasi there are also technology that cannot be cannot be determined in the small scale. No, that cannot give specific, yun, specific results, no? Kung sa small scale lang. Meron talaga pang large scale talaga. Now, if we're going to make it in a large scale, yun ay tinatawag nating adoption. Yun. So, as the final stage, so ngayon, anong gagawin mo dito, no? Naghahanap ka na ngayon ng idea. So, ano pa ba ang pwede? No, ano pa ba yung pwedeng i-improve? Ano pa ba pwedeng i-develop? So, you are going to ask idea or opinion, no, to others, no, or from others, no. Meron pa lang ganyan. So, you are going to seek more of that. Pero you already know how to use that technology, and it is effective, no, in your farming system. So, now you are going to ask for more information, meaning your interest is higher, no, and you want to apply it in your farming system. Now, what are you going to take note, no, in the stages in adoption process? First is that the farmer can also reject the innovation based on his or her observation and assessment. Saan nangyayari yan? No, sa triability, lagi yan. Nagkakaroon ng rejection, nagkakaroon din ng acceptance. No, diyan talaga lagi yan. Kasi it depends on the observation of the farmers. Oh, okay. Ganyan pala yan. So, dapat maganda, no, ang kalabasan ng yung technology. Number two, the five stages may not always occur in specified order. The trial stage may be skipped and evaluation stage may occur throughout the whole process. Merong ganyan, eh? Merong ganyan. Lalo na yung mga innovators. Yan. Alam mo yung mga innovators? Yung mga tao, ay, no, yung mga mga early adopters, no? They are risk takers. Bakit they are risk takers? Kasi nga, pag may mga bagong technology na marinig sila, na aware sila, and they already have the interest, tapos, in-evaluate nila, hindi na sila magta-trial and error. They are going to direct to adoption in the large scale. Merong ganyan. Okay? Especially yung mga early adopters yan. Okay? Kasi they are mayaman. They have enough. And they have also enough money financially, and they have also enough education and knowledge, no, pagdating dyan. No? If ever na may mangyaring ganito or error, no, they can make a remedial action to that. Okay? And then number three, adoption may not always be the end process. Correct. But more information may be needed to confirm, reinforce, or switch decisions. So, hindi lagi adoption ang last or final stage. Pero, sa process na binigay ko sa inyo, it is a final stage, no? Yan ang final stage, no? Kasi may possible na after trial, pwede pa siyang bumalik sa evaluation. Yun. After trial, pwede bumalik sa awareness, or pwede bumalik sa interest. Okay? So, that's why not all na after sa trial liability ay diretso sa adoption. No, some of them will go backward, no? Magbabalik sila doon sa evaluation stage. But always remember, ang final na stages is adoption. Okay? Now, let's proceed to innovation decision process theory. Theory that support the the adoption process. Okay, innovation, new technology, and then decision making or the adoption of the farmers. Okay, first is the knowledge. Yun. Knowledge, which is the stage when the individual learns of the existence. Ito talagang pinaka-importante. You are giving knowledge to the farmers about your innovation, no? About the innovation, and gain some understanding of its function. Kasi nga, the reason why the farmers why the farmer wants your innovation, because it somehow nagkakaroon siya ng interest, no? And then nagkakaroon na, nilalagay mo, piniperceive na din sa utak nila, piniperceive mo sa utak nila, nilalagay mo sa utak nila na merong makukuha, yon, or merong benefits yon. So, nagkakaroon na ngayon ng existence of learning. Okay? Next is that the knowledge the individual is exposed to the innovation's existence and gains some understanding of how it functions. No? Gains. No? Nag-gains ng knowledge or some understanding. Magkakilala akong mga farmers na ganyan. No? They don't know how to read, do not know how to write, but then tinrain sila na ganito ang gawin, ganyan ang gawin. Nilalagay nila yun sa isipan nila. Okay? Kasi nga, tinetext nyo din, pinapractice nila din yun sa kanila, sa field. Okay? So that is knowledge. Okay? They are gaining some understanding. Then yun na, applyan nila hanggang sa may bagong na namang innovation na, or bagong technology na darating. Yon. And then next, we have persuasion. Ano nga ba yung persuasion? It talks about the opinion of the innovation. Yun. So, we need to look at to the idea ng ibang tao or opinion sa innovation. Kung favorable ba siya or not. Okay? So, it talks about how the individual form opinion no, to the innovation. No? Kung favorable, syempre, mag-opinion sila, actually, pwede pa siya improve ng ganito, sir. Pero it can be still used in my farm. Yon, ganun. Pwede din yun. Or unfavorable, sir, ano siya, negative talaga siya sa farm namin. Kasi hindi siya, hindi siya compatible. Yon, pwede din yun. That's persuasion. Okay? And then we have decision. Okay? Individual engages in activities that lead to a choice between adoption and rejections of the innovation. So, ano ibig sabihin yan? Ang individuals daw engage in activities na nag-engage ng activities that lead to a choice between adoption and rejection. So, nagkakaroon na ngayon ng decision making, no? Nag-engage na in the activities na, okay to. So, i-adapt ko to. Are we gonna accept it? I am going to accept it and then practice it para mas mahasa ako or ma-expert ako. Ganon. Or pag nakita nila nga error siya, they going to reject it. Okay? Next is implementation. Ano nga ba yung implementation? This is the individual that puts an innovation into use. Yun. Kasi implementation ng word Implementation, ibig sabihin, you are going to implement. You are going to put a technology into use or gagamitin ng mga farmers or tao. Innovation into use. Okay? And we have confirmation. Anong confirmation? No, individual seeks further reinforcement. No, bago magkaroon ng confirmation, siguraduhin mo na rinig mo lahat ng sides. Okay? Rate ng opinion, ideas, gano'n. Of his decision or reverse his decision if he found conflicting messages about the innovation. Pag nalaman niyang merong conflict doon, no, bago gumawa ng decision making or bago magkaroon ng confirmation, no, mag-aas muna, magsisik yan ng mga further reinforcement. Pagtatanong sa mga friends na, sa tingin mo, best, okay ba na i-accept ko siya ito, di ba ganyan? Meron yan na nangyayari. Sasagutin ko ba siya? Ganun. Kasi ganito pala yung ugali niya, ganyan. Baka sa iba lang yan, ganun. So, that is confirmation. Okay? Now, let's proceed to individual innovativeness theory. So, ano nga ba yung individual innovativeness theory? So, we start with the innovativeness. So, new, no? It is the degree to which an individual is relatively earlier in adopting new ideas. Ibig sabihin, ba individual, bawat isa ay nagiging relatively earlier in adopting new ideas. Yun, nag-adapt na sila mga ideas earlier pa, no? Bago ito i-expose sa public. Or, let's say, bago pa siya i-apply in the large scale. Individually, nagkakaroon ng experimentation. Individually, nagkakaroon na ng evaluation and trial. Now, the other members of the system, okay, it is the best single indicator of the modernization. Ang innovativeness is the best single indicator of the modernization. Bakit siya sinabing best in single indicator of modernization? Kasi malalaman na kung ang individual ay ina-apply ba yung modern technology natin. Yun. So, kaya nasasabi siya as best single indicator of in modernization. Okay? Next is modernization. Modernization, it is defined as the process by which individuals change from a traditional way of life to a more complex, technologically advanced, and rapidly changing style of life. Yon. It is defined as the process by which individuals change from traditional way of life to a more complex, or traditional to a more complex, technologically advanced. Oh, advanced daw technologically. That is modernization. Sabi ko nga, pag modernization, tayo ay advanced dapat technologically, or ano mga updated na mga technology. And rapidly changing style of life. Yun, nagkakaroon ng rapidly changing kasi nga, modernization, meaning pinapagaan or mas pinapadali yung resulta ng ating mga ginagawa. Yun. Chine-change yung traditional way natin. Hindi na po tayo keypad ngayon. Touchscreen na. Yun. Siguro balang araw magkakaroon na tayo ng transparent na phone. Yun. Or gamit lang ang mata. Char. Yun. Hindi na tayo mag-aano, hindi na tayo maghihirap. So that is modernization. Okay? And we have individual innovativeness theory. Okay? This theory states that individuals who are risk takers or otherwise innovative will adapt an innovation earlier in the continuum of adoption or diffusion. So, ibig sabihin ng individual innovativeness, no? This theory states that individuals who are risk takers, yon, these risk takers, okay? Or otherwise innovative will adopt an innovation earlier in the continuum of adoption or diffusion. That is individual innovativeness theory. They are risk takers or pwedeng mas early na ma-adapt nila yung isang technology. Next, we have categories of adapters. What are the categories of adapters? Okay? Which is very important. Yung pinamemorize ko yan sa inyo, guys. So, yun. I-ask yan one time sa inyo sa klase. Okay? So, wag nyo talaga itong kalimutan. You need to memorize this because lagi itong lumalabas sa exam. Number 1 is the innovators. Ito yung unang step. Ayan. Mga innovators, no, ang tawag sa kanila also is venturesome. Bakit venturesome? Because observers have noted that venturesomeness is almost an obsession with innovators. Ano nga yung obsession? Anong obsession? Gustong-gusto. Yun. Ay, ibig sabihin, gustong-gusto na, obsessed sila doon sa innovation. Kasi pag nalaman nila nga, there's a new technology, new product, oy, ang ano niyan, ang company niyan, magkaka-interest yan. Yun. They are eager to try new ideas. Oh, eager to try new ideas. Actually, yung mga yung mga venturesome, they are risk takers. Yun. This interest leads them out of local circle of peers. Ibig sabihin, local circle of peers, lumalabas sila dun sa out of shell. Lumalabas sila dun sa circle nila. No? They are going to look for more information that can be used, no, in the innovation and into more cosmopolite social relationship. Communication patterns and friendship among clique of innovators are common. Yun, they are clique of innovators are common even though the geographical distance between the innovators may be great. Being an innovator has several prerequisites. So, marami prerequisites pag innovators ka. This include control of substantial financial resources. Yes, kaya risk takers sila. Okay, kasi nga, you should have enough money for your invention. Yun. To absorb the understand and apply and understand and apply complex technical knowledge. Yes. Ganyan talaga pag innovators, no? Pag specialty mo siya or specialization mo siya or expertise mo siya, no, you are going into a deep or complex technical knowledge. Next, that the innovators or the venturesome is the salient value of the innovator or venturesome. Salient value. He desires the hazardous. Desire ng hazardous kahit gaano pa yan ka-danger. No? The daring, yan, challenging, and the risky. Yun, that is innovators. So, innovator also must be willing to accept an occasional setback when one of the new ideas he adopts proves unsuccessful. Yun, kahit pag unsuccessful, yun, dapat accept niya yun. Okay, accept ko lang yun. Okay? Alam ko, mag-improve pa to. Kasi ganyan man talaga eh. Before you are going to succeed, you're going to succeed, marami ka pang failure na pagdadaanan. Pero may mga tao talaga na may minimal failure and then there are huge of success after. So these are the innovators these are the first people to adopt a new idea. Who are the first who adopt the new idea? It is the innovators or the venturesome. Much ahead of other people, they are very few in numbers, konti lang po sila, and then probably not more than one or two in a community. Konti lang. Actually, konti lang man din yung mga scientists natin dito, tsaka innovators. Okay? So what are the characteristics innovators, no? The first people in the locality to adopt an innovation or new idea. Have larger farms, no? May mga larger farms na, higher network, more educated and informed. They are financially stable. Highly respected sila and have prestige. Takes calculated risk. At anong risk pa yan? Go-go lang yan sila. And then they do experiments. So that is innovators or ventures. Next, we have early adopters or also known as respectable. Okay, bakit siya respectable? Because early adopters are more integrated part of the local social system than are innovators. Oh, integrated part, pinaka-importante part sa, pinaka-importante or pinaka, let's say not importante, integrated part lang siya. So, there are some slightly important sa local social system. Whereas, innovators are cosmopolites, ang mga innovators. Early adopters are localities. Yun. Cosmopolite sa mga innovators usually sa mga individual lang. While sa early adopters in localities. Yun. This adopters category more than any other has the greatest degree of opinion leadership in most social system. Mataas yung kanilang education or mataas yung kanilang degree of leadership. Senator ba yan? Konsehal? Congressman ba yan? Ganun. So, potential adopters look to early adopters for advice and information about the innovation. So, yun. So, ang potential adopters, no, will look to early adopters ng mga advice or information about the innovation. So, the early adopter is considered as by many as the meant to check with. Bakit siya meant to check with? Kasi nga sila yung um, matanong, no, will ask advice or information, no, okay? And then sila ang talaga yung tanungin mo kung ito ba is applicable. O ito ba ang new idea is useful. Yun. And then this adapter category is generally thought by change agents to be a local missionary for speeding the diffusion process para mas madaling ma-spread ang diffusion process or information. Because early adapters are not too far ahead of the average individual in innovativeness. They serve as a role model for many other members of social system. Members of a social system respect the early adopter. Oh, yun. The early adopter is respected by his peers. He is the embodiment of successful and discreet use of new ideas. And the early adopter knows that he must continue to earn this esteem of his colleagues of his position in the social structure is to be maintained. Ano nga ba yung characteristics ng isang early adopters? Bakit siya respectable? The early adopters follow the innovators. Kasi ang innovator at talaga may alam ng mga instructions. Okay? Usually younger than average, have higher education. Mataas yung kanilang napag-aralan. And that those lower to adapt. Ibig sabihin yung mga higher education type na to ng mga early adopters, kung magtatanong sila sa innovators, isang sagot ng innovators, alam na agad ng early adopters yan. Because they have higher education and they understand it already. Okay, participate actively in the community organizations and programs. Bakit siya sinabing participate actively in community organization and programs? Because they are leaders. Okay, they are leaders. Always remember that. Okay? More informed ang early adopters. They are reading papers, articles, and magazines and also watching news kung may mga bagong technologies. Yon. Next, we have early majority. Pag majority, ibig sabihin pangkalahatan, no? There is what we call, another term is deliberate. Yon, deliberate. The early majority adopt new ideas such before the average member of social system. Before the average member of the social system. So the early majority interact. Yon, the early majority interact frequently with their peers, but leadership position, okay, are rarely held by them. So the early majority's unique position, okay, between the very early and relatively late to make them an important link in diffusion process. Between very early, okay? So we will discuss that more about the characters para mas madali. So the early majority may deliberate. Ano nga ba yung deliberate? Diyan mo malalaman kung gusto ba nila o hindi. Yun, that's deliberate. Okay? For some time before completely adopting a new idea. So their innovation or this to decision is relatively longer than that of innovator and early adopter. Ibig sabihin, sa early majority, mataas yung panahon na kailangang paglaanan pagdating sa innovation and decision. Kasi nga, sa early majority, di mo malalaman kung gusto ba ng tao yan o hindi. Yun. Be not the last to lay, sabi dito, be not the last to lay the old aside, nor the first by which the new is tried. Yun, ang ganda ng word, no? Be not the last to lay the old aside, nor the first by which the new is tried. Oh, ano ibig sabihin yan? Not the last to lay the old aside, nor, okay, the first by which the new is tried. Okay, so hindi naman daw yan sa sinong nauna, sinong nahuli. Importante ay na-apply pa rin yung technology. Okay? Might be the motto of the early majority. It might be the motto of early majority. They follow with deliberate willingness in adapting innovations but seldom lead. O yan. Sabi ko sa inyo na it takes time talaga. It takes time for the early majority to decide, no, regarding the with regards to the with regards to the technology. So you need to wait for them. Yon. And then, what is the characteristics of early majority? Slightly above average in age, education, and farming experience. Yon. Not elected leaders, but are active in the community. They are active in the community. Okay, and they are not elected leaders, but they are active in the community. Most likely informal leaders and have limited resources than innovators and adapters. Only have limited resources. Adapts new ideas after they are convinced of its value as seen from early adapters. So they're going to adapt it pag na-convince na din sila sa value at saka yung results uh, ng isang innovation. Yun. So, late majority is also known as skeptical. Okay, so dito kanina is deliberate, early majority. Now is late majority. Late majority is also known as skeptical. Bakit skeptical? Because the late majority adapt new ideas just after the average member of a social system. Pagkatapos ng early majority, no, magpo-proceed na yan sa late majority. Adoption may be both an economic necessity and the answer to increasing social pressures. Nagkaroon ng social pressures. And then innovations are approached with a skeptical and cautious air. And the late majority do not adapt until most other in the social system have done so. Ibig sabihin, sino yun? Sino? Ibig sabihin, di ba nga, bago pa yan dumating sa atin, no, inadapt muna yan ng mga kataas-taasan. Yung mga mayaman, nauna muna sa kanila yan bago dumating sa atin. Kaya ganyan. Kaya actually, pwede tayong tawagin na late majority din. Okay? So, the weight of system norms must definitely favor the innovations before the late majority are convinced. Yun. They can be persuaded. Oh, they can be persuaded daw of the utility of new ideas. But the pressure, anong persuaded? No, it's either favorable or non-favorable. And then, but the pressure of peers is necessary to motivate adoption. Okay? So, what are the characteristics of late majority? Make up a large block of farmers in the community. Kasi nga, maghihintay ka pa. Ay, kailan pa kaya darating yung technology na yun dito? Ginagamit pa kasi ng mga kataas-taasan. Ganon. So, ganon. Pero yun, have less education, mababang education, and then older than the early majority. Less active in the associations and organization. There are some farmers that are less active in the association and organization. There are farmers that are not part of cooperation or cooperative. Skeptical about the new information and ideas. And then hesitant, no? They are hesitant to discard old knowledge kasi nahiya sila, baka i-correct sila, gano'n, nahiya sila. Kaya that's why hesitated sila na mag-share ng kanilang old knowledge. And techniques learn, adapt, a practice only when it is a majority by the community. Pag may mga bago na mga modern technology, nahiya silang mag-share ng kanilang old knowledge. Anong ginagawa nila? No, pina-practice na lang nila or ina-apply na lang nila yung yung panibago o may mga bagong technology, yon ideas. Okay, so that is late majority. Laggards, which is last in the stages of the adoption process. Okay, in the diffusion process. which is also known as traditional. Ano nga ba yung mga laggards are also known as traditional? Laggards as the last to adopt an innovation. Sino yung mga panghuli? No, it is the laggards. Sila yung last na nakakapag-adapt ng innovation. They possess almost no opinion leadership. Walang opinion leadership yan sila. They are the most localized in their outlook of all adapter categories. Many are near isolates. The point of reference for the laggard is the past. Oh, experience. No, yun ang kanilang point of reference talaga na. Oh, na-try ko na yan dati. Ganun, ganun, ganun. So, meaning, yung yung type of yung laggard is very conservative, no? Very conservative kasi nga yung reference nila is past, no? Ayaw kasi nilang maulit-ulit yun. Kasi nga yung mga laggards, they don't have enough money or they don't want to take risk kasi baka masayang lang, ganun. Okay, decisions are usually made in terms of what has been done in previous generations. Yun. Nagamit mo yan dati, maganda ba ang kinalabasan? Ganon. So, this individual interacts primarily with others who have traditional values. With laggards, finally adopt an innovation. It may already have been superseded by another more recent idea which the innovators are already using. Laggards tend to be frankly suspicious. Oh, they are frankly suspicious because they are very conservatives of innovations, innovators, and change agents. Their tradition direction slows the innovation decision process to a crawl. Yun, kamang yots, kamang. Okay? Adoption lags. Nagkakaroon ng adoption lags far behind the knowledge, not behind knowledge of the idea. Kasi ganyan yung mga laggards. No? They are far behind knowledge of the idea. Kasi nga, they are into the experience matter sila. Yon. Alienation from a to fast-moving world is apparent in much of the laggards' outlook. Okay? While most individuals in the social system are looking to the road of change ahead, the laggard has his attention fixed on the rear view mirror. Yun. So that is laggards. Huwag kalimutan ha. What is the characteristics of laggards? No? Characteristics of laggards, it is last people to adopt an innovation. Sino yung mga panguli? Laggards. Sino yung una? Innovators. Yun. Suspicious of the innovation. They are suspicious of innovation, innovators, and the change agent. Very conservative. Okay, they're very conservative. Usually the oldest. Oh, they are the oldest and last educated and wealthy. Bakit the oldest? Kasi nga ginagamit nila traditional. Past sila. Experience matter. Yun. Not risk takers. Sabi ko sa inyo, they are not risk takers, no? Yung mga gawat himbyo kasi nga ayaw nila kasi nga nasasayangan sila sa gastos if ever na mangyaring error. Usually believes in superstitious. May mga taong may believe sa superstitious. May mga farmers ganyan, no? Superstitious and indigenous knowledge. Decision to adapt depends on their past experience. So, ang decision nila nakadepende sa past experience nila. Okay? So, that is laggards. Now, let's see. Okay, there is adoption rate on that. Yung innovators, early adopters, early majority, late majority, and the laggards. So, meron silang rate. No? Ito yun ang kailangan nyo tandaan kasi lumalabas ito sa exam, especially yung mga percentage. Ulitin ko, lumalabas sa exam yung mga percentage. Okay, so diffusion of innovation model. Sino yung mga nauna na nag-apply ng technology? Ang mga innovators. They are only few. Konti lang po sila. And they are about 2.5%. Yun, sa mga may interest. 2.5% lang po ang innovators, mga scientists natin dito, mga tao mga mahilig mag-discover at mag-innovate, no? 2.5% lang po sila sa innovation model. Okay? Ang early adopters naman, they are 13.5%. Okay? Ang early majority and late majority, they are both the same. Okay? They are both the same. Kasi they are both concerned with the previous, kung sino ba yung mga nauna, tapos pwede ba siyang gamitin. Yon. So, we have early majority nauna lang, kaya nga early majority nauna lang yung first na public and then late public, parang ganun yung term nun. That's early majority. So, 34%, pares lang po sila early and the late majority. Ang laggards naman is consists of 16%. Okay? So, yung laging lumalabas sa exam yung si laggards. ilan ang percentage ng laggards. Minsan, hindi siya term na laggards ang nilalabas nila doon. What is the percentage of diffusion of innovation model of the oldest model? Yun. Or the very conservative. May mga term na ganun, characteristics yung ginagamit nila. So, that means laggards. Okay? Or traditional, o ganon. Traditional diffusion of innovation model, what is the percentage of the traditional model? So, a traditional model, it means laggards yun. That is 16%. Okay? Huwag kalimutan. Okay? So, adoption rate is a rate of adoption in the relative speed. Gaano siya kabilis mag-spread with which an innovation is adopted by members of a social system measured. Ano nga ba yung social system? Diba balito ka ng social system? Yung mga taong with leadership, yung mga taong educated, ganun ba? So, measured as the number of the receivers who adopt a new idea in a specified time period. Yun. The theory states that innovation diffuse over time that resembles an S-shaped curve. Always remember that the theory states in the innovation diffuse are S-shaped curve. As you can see here, this is an S-shaped curve. Actually sa kung curving talaga yan sa ganito sa graph niya, pag ganito yan siya parang it's paganyan. It's an S shape. Okay? It's an S shape. Okay? So rate of adoption theories that diffusion takes place over time with innovation. So going through a slow, gradual growth period followed by dramatic and rapid growth and then gradual stabilization and finally decline. No? Nakadepende yan kasi meron mga innovation na hindi pa masyadong kakilala hanggang mag-trend, nasa peak na siya, and then magtagal ay madi-decline, no? Stabilization, tapos magtagal, decline na. Kasi hindi na siya trending or hindi na siya patok sa masa. Okay, so that's our all. That's all for tonight, or for today discussion, no? It talks about the adoption process. Bakit ko to dinidiscuss? 100% po lumalabas sa exam yan. At least you have already now the idea. Okay? So if you have if you still have questions regarding on this, you can comment down your questions, no? Doon sa ating comment section, and do not forget to like, subscribe, and share this video and also my YouTube channel so that we can hit already the 1K subscribers. Okay? So again, everyone, good luck and God bless to your examination. So again, always remember that whatever comes in your mind or whatever plans in your life, no, always put God first. Pray and pray po tayo because we know na our knowledge and wisdom is not enough. No, unless if we have God in our life and we pray to God, everything is possible. Okay? So again, this is your Sir Jal. Okay? Again, bye-bye everyone. Jal jayo. Ayaan yung hejo mo sa'yo. And kamsamida. Thank you very much everyone and have a good night.